Chosen one, stop scrolling for a moment. If you're seeing this right now, this is not random. Archangel Michael is sending you a message about your turning point. A shift in your wealth, power, and life direction has already begun. The real question is, why were you chosen to hear this today? And what happens if you ignore it? Because something is changing. Not around you first, but within you. You may have felt it recently, that strange sense that something bigger is about to happen. Like your old life is slowly breaking apart. That feeling is not confusion. It's activation. You've been through struggle, delays, financial pressure, people doubting you, even moments where you started doubting yourself. You kept pushing, but the results didn't match your effort, and it made no sense. But what you couldn't see was what was happening behind the scenes. Every delay, every closed door, every moment of frustration was not rejection, it was preparation. Because you are not being built for an ordinary life. You are being prepared for alignment with something greater. There comes a moment in every journey when the pattern breaks, when things begin to shift, not because life suddenly becomes easy, but because you become different, more aware, more focused, more aligned. And this right now is that moment for you. You were never meant to stay stuck in survival. You were never meant to live in constant fear of lack. But understand this clearly, your breakthrough is not about waiting. It's about alignment. Alignment with purpose. Alignment with truth. Alignment with action. From this point forward, something inside you begins to change. You start thinking differently, moving differently, seeing opportunities where others see problems. And slowly, doors begin to open, connections begin to form, and wealth stops being something you chase and starts becoming something you attract. There is a level of power within you that you have not fully stepped into yet. A confidence that does not depend on circumstances. A clarity that cuts through doubt. A presence that naturally draws success toward you. That is what is awakening now. Think about everything you've been through. All the times you almost gave up. All the moments you felt stuck. And yet, you're still here. That is not weakness. That is proof. Proof that you are built for something more. But now comes the turning point. Because the version of you that struggled cannot carry the life that is coming. You must evolve. And that evolution starts now. Stay with this message. Because what comes next will go deeper. And it will show you exactly how to step into this new level of wealth, power, and purpose that is already moving toward you. Chosen one, stay with me, because this is where most people lose the message. They hear something powerful, they feel inspired for a moment, and then they go back to thinking the same way. But you cannot afford to do that now, because what is happening in your life is not temporary motivation. It is transformation. Listen carefully. There is a shift happening in your relationship with wealth. Not just money, but opportunity, access, influence, and control over your direction. For a long time, you were operating from survival, thinking about bills, worrying about the next step, feeling like you always had to figure it out. And that pressure slowly shaped your mindset. You began to believe, it's hard to get ahead. Nothing works out for me. I have to struggle for everything. Even if you never said it out loud, you felt it. But now, that internal belief system is being challenged. Because you are stepping into a new awareness. Backhand index pointing right that struggle is not your identity. Understand this clearly. Wealth does not come to the person who works the hardest. It comes to the person who is aligned the strongest. Aligned in thinking. Aligned in action. Aligned in decision-making. This is why some people work endlessly and still feel stuck, while others move with clarity and begin to rise faster than expected. And now, you are stepping into that second category. You will start noticing something different. Situations that once stressed you will no longer control you. Problems that once felt overwhelming will now feel manageable. Not because life suddenly became easy, but because you became sharper, There is a level of clarity entering your mind, a level of focus that cuts through distraction. And once that clarity locks in, your decisions begin to change, and your life is built on your decisions. Think about it. Every opportunity you missed, every delay you experienced, was connected to a moment of hesitation, confusion, or doubt. You are moving from awareness, and awareness creates power. From this moment forward, you will begin to see opportunities where others see risk. You will begin to act while others hesitate, and that difference alone will separate your results from the average. This is how your wealth begins to change, not by luck, not by chance, but by who you are becoming. Now listen carefully to this next part, because this is where everything accelerates. There are opportunities already moving toward you. Right now, you cannot see all of them yet, but they are forming through people, through ideas, through situations that haven't fully revealed themselves. And when they appear, they will not come with a warning. They will come as a moment, a decision, a chance to move. Most people miss these moments because they overthink. They wait too long. They doubt themselves. But you will not, because by the time those opportunities reach you, you will be ready. This is why everything you are hearing right now matters. It is preparing your mindset, so when the moment comes, you move without hesitation. Let me make this clear. Backhand index pointing right, your next level will not come from doing more. Backhand index pointing right, it will come from doing differently. Different thinking, different decisions, different reactions. That is where the shift happens. You are no longer reacting to life. You are starting to direct it. And when you begin to direct your life, wealth becomes a result, not something you chase, but something that follows your movement. Now understand this. There will still be moments of doubt, moments where your old thinking tries to return, moments where fear whispers, "Are you sure this will work?" That is normal. But here is the difference now. Backhand index pointing right, you will not listen to that voice the same way. You will recognize it, and you will move anyway. That is what separates transformation from temporary motivation. Anyone can feel inspired, but not everyone can act in the presence of doubt. You are becoming someone who can, and that alone changes your entire trajectory. From this point forward, start observing yourself, the way you think, the way you react, the way you decide, because small shifts in these areas create massive changes in your results. This is where your financial reality begins to evolve. Not overnight, but undeniably. Money will begin to flow differently. Opportunities will begin to appear more frequently. And your confidence will begin to stabilize, not based on outcomes, but based on understanding. You will start to realize, backhand index pointing right, I don't need to control everything, I just need to move correctly. And when you move correctly, things begin to align. People enter your life at the right time. Information reaches you at the right moment. Decisions become easier to make. This is alignment, and alignment is what creates sustainable wealth. Not force, not stress, not constant struggle, but clarity followed by action. You are stepping into that now. So do not go back to old thinking. Do not go back to hesitation. Do not go back to doubting your direction, because the version of you that did that no longer matches where you are going. You are moving forward now, with awareness, with intention, with control. And as you continue, you will begin to notice something powerful. Backhand index pointing right, things are no longer as hard as they used to be. Not because life changed overnight, but because you did. Stay with me, because in the next part, we go even deeper into the patterns that kept you stuck and how you are permanently breaking free from them. Chosen one, this is where everything changes, because until now, you were not just dealing with external struggles. You were carrying an old version of yourself, a version that learned to survive, but not to rise, a version that adapted to pressure, but never fully stepped into power. And here is the truth most people never realize. Backhand index pointing right, your life does not change. Until your identity changes. You can try harder. You can work longer. You can push yourself endlessly. But if your identity stays the same, your results will repeat. This is why people feel stuck. Not because they lack effort, but because they are operating from an outdated version of themselves. And that version was built in struggle. Think about it. The environment you were in, the people around you, the experiences you went through, they shaped how you see yourself. Maybe you were underestimated. Maybe you were ignored. Maybe you were told, directly or indirectly, "You're not ready yet. You're not good enough. You have to wait." And even if you didn't believe those words consciously, they left a mark. They created hesitation. They created overthinking. They created self-doubt. So every time an opportunity appeared, part of you held back. Not because you couldn't do it, but because you weren't fully convinced you should. That is what ends now. You are no longer that version. From this moment forward, you begin to separate from your past identity. You stop defining yourself by what didn't work. You stop defining yourself by what others expected of you. You stop defining yourself by your previous limitations, because none of that is who you are becoming. Let me make this clear. Backhand index pointing right, you are not trying to become successful. Backhand index pointing right, you are becoming the person for whom success is natural. And that shift changes everything, because when your identity upgrades, your actions follow automatically. You no longer need motivation to move. You no longer need validation to act. You no longer need permission to grow. You simply move because it is who you are now. This is where real power begins. There will be moments, though, when your old identity tries to return. Old thoughts will appear. Old fears will whisper. Old habits will try to pull you back. And in those moments, you will feel a choice. Backhand index pointing right, stay the same, or step forward. Most people go back because it feels familiar, because it feels safe. But you will not, because now you are aware, and awareness gives you control. So when doubt appears, you will not panic. You will observe it, and then you will move anyway. That is the difference. That is how identity shifts become permanent. Now listen carefully, because this is important. Your future is not built on what you do occasionally. It is built on what you do consistently. And consistency comes from identity. If you see yourself as someone who hesitates, you will hesitate again. If you see yourself as someone who doubts, you will doubt again. But if you begin to see yourself as someone who acts, who decides, who moves forward regardless, then your behavior changes. And once behavior changes, results follow. This is the moment where your internal foundation resets. You are no longer reacting to life. You are creating direction. You are no longer waiting for the right time. You are becoming the reason. The right time exists. This is what separates those who rise from those who remain where they are. Not luck, not background, not even opportunity, but identity. And now, your identity is shifting. You will start noticing it in small ways. The way you think, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself. You will feel less need to explain yourself, less need to prove yourself, because internally, you will know. And that internal certainty creates external results. This is how power builds. Quietly, consistently, unstoppably. From this point forward, you are not going back. Not to old thinking, not to old patterns, not to old limitations. Because the version of you that lived there no longer exists. You have outgrown it. And now, you are stepping into something greater. Stay with me, because in the next part, we go deeper into action, execution, and real-world movement, where this new identity starts producing visible results. Chosen one, now this is where everything becomes real. Until now, you've understood the shift. You've felt the change within. But this part is where your new identity meets real life. Because listen carefully, Awareness alone does not change your life. Backhand index pointing right action does. But not just any action. Not random effort. Not forced hustle. Not moving out of pressure or fear. What you are stepping into now is aligned action. Action that comes from clarity. Action that comes from confidence. Action that comes from knowing. You are no longer the same person. This is the difference. Before, you acted from uncertainty. You questioned every move. You delayed decisions. You waited for perfect conditions. And because of that, opportunities passed. Time slipped. Growth slowed. But now, you are not waiting anymore. You are becoming decisive. You understand something most people don't. Backhand index pointing right speed matters. Not rushing blindly, but moving when the moment arrives. Because opportunities do not stay open forever. They appear, they test you, and then they move. Most people hesitate. They overthink. They say, "I'll do it later," and later never comes. But you will not make that mistake again. Because now, when you feel the opportunity, you act, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if it feels uncertain. Because you understand this now. Backhand index pointing right growth lives outside your comfort zone. Every level you want to reach requires a version of you that is willing to step forward before feeling fully ready. And that is exactly who you are becoming. Now listen carefully, because this is where your financial reality begins to shift faster. Money responds to movement. Opportunities respond to action. Results respond to consistency. Not thoughts alone, not intentions alone, but movement. You will begin to notice something powerful. The more you act, the more things begin to align. You take one step, and suddenly, a new connection appears. You make one decision, and suddenly, a new path opens. This is not coincidence. This is what happens when you enter flow, and flow only happens when you stop overthinking and start executing. Now understand this. There will still be risks. There will still be unknowns. But here is the truth. Backhand index pointing right, there is more risk in staying the same than in moving forward. Staying stuck will cost you time, will cost you growth, will cost you opportunities you may never see again. But moving forward, even imperfectly, puts you in the game. And once you are in the game, you can adjust, you can learn, you can improve, but you cannot win if you never move. This is why your next phase is all about execution. Less thinking, more doing, less waiting, more deciding, less doubting, more moving. This is how momentum builds. And once momentum builds, everything becomes easier. Decisions become faster. Results become visible. Confidence becomes natural. And money starts to flow differently. Not instantly, not magically, but steadily, consistently, powerfully. Now listen, because this part is important. As your results start improving, people will notice. Some will support you. Some will question you. Some may even doubt you. Let them, because their opinions do not control your direction. You are no longer moving based on approval. You are moving based on alignment. And alignment is stronger than opinion. Stay focused. Stay consistent. Stay in motion. Because what you are building now is not temporary success. It is a foundation of clarity, confidence, action, discipline. And once this foundation is strong, nothing can shake it. This is how real power is built. Not overnight, but step by step, decision by decision, action by action. You are now entering that phase where things are no longer just ideas, but reality. Stay with this, because in the final part, we bring everything together, and you will step fully into backhand index pointing right your power, backhand index pointing right your abundance, backhand index pointing right your long-term legacy. Chosen one, you've made it this far, and that alone already separates you from most people. Because most start, but very few stay. But you stayed, you listened, You reflected. You understood. And now, you are ready. Everything you've heard until this moment was not just information. It was preparation. Preparation for this exact point. Because now, this is where you make a decision. Not a small decision. Not a temporary one, but a defining one. Backhand index pointing right, who are you going to be? From this moment forward, will you go back to old thinking, old habits, old hesitation, or will you step fully into the version of yourself you've just discovered? Because understand this clearly. Backhand index pointing right, your future will not be decided later. Backhand index pointing right, it is being decided right now. In this moment, the way you think after this, the way you act after this, the way you respond to opportunities after this, that is what creates your next reality. You are no longer the person who waits. You are no longer the person who doubts endlessly. You are no longer the person who lets fear decide. You are someone who moves, who decides, who acts with clarity. And when you live like this, everything changes. Wealth is no longer something far away. It becomes something you build, step by step, decision by decision. Power is no longer something you chase. It becomes something you carry, in your presence, in your energy, in your actions. And abundance is no longer something you hope for. It becomes something you create. This is your new reality. But listen carefully, because this part matters the most. What you build from here is not just for you. It is bigger than that. Your growth will impact people around you. Your success will influence others. Your discipline will inspire those who are still stuck where you once were. And whether you realize it or not, you are becoming a reference point. Someone people look at and say, backhand index pointing right, if they did it, maybe I can too. This is how real impact begins. Not by trying to impress, but by becoming. Now think about your future. Not just next week, not just next month, but years from now. The life you are building, the stability, the confidence, the financial growth, it all compounds. Small actions today create massive results over time. This is how legacy is built. Not in one moment, but in consistent movement. You are no longer thinking short-term. You are thinking long-term, because now you understand. Backhand index pointing right, this is not just about money. Backhand index pointing right, this is about freedom. Freedom to choose your direction. Freedom to control your time. Freedom to live without constant pressure. And that freedom comes from discipline and alignment. Now listen one last time, very carefully. There will be days ahead when things feel slow again, when progress is not obvious, when doubt tries to return. And in those moments, remember this, backhand index pointing right, you have already changed. You are not starting from zero anymore. You are moving from awareness. And awareness is power. So keep moving, keep acting, keep evolving, because everything you want is built through consistency. Not intensity for one day, but discipline over time. This is your path now. You've crossed the point where going back feels uncomfortable. And that's a good thing, because it means you've grown. Now, before this message ends, take this seriously. Don't just feel inspired and then forget everything. Take one action right after this. It doesn't have to be big, but it has to be real, because action is what turns this message into your reality. And if this message connected with you, if you felt something shift, if you know this was meant for you, then lock it in. Backhand index pointing right, hit like. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe. Backhand index pointing right, and comment 99. Not as a ritual, but as a commitment. A commitment that you are not the same person anymore. A commitment that you are moving forward. A commitment that you are stepping into your next level. Because from this moment on, there is no confusion. There is only direction. And your direction is forward. Keep going. Before you leave, if this message spoke to you, if you felt something shift inside you, don't ignore it. Lock this moment in. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss what's coming next. Backhand index pointing right, like this video, to support this message reaching the right people. Backhand index pointing right comment 99 as your sign of commitment to your next level. Backhand index pointing right and share this with someone who needs this message right now, because this journey is not just about watching, it's about becoming. Stay aligned, stay focused, and keep moving forward. Your turning point has already begun. Fire.